This is producer JR, and you are watching the Proud New York Jets fan show. Now give it up for my boy Nick.
Rodgers is a fucking Jet. Let's go!
This for my special delivery. Spit like this, get my wrist all glittery.
Can't wait.
Get kicked, snakes get slithery. Lean in, show y'all the mean in the chivalry.
Let's make sure we play like the New York Jets.
Right jab like Zab Judah. Every member on my team is a shooter. Tight like a womb, no room for intruders. Spark, twist to the Philly.
Give it up.
Good humor. Don't be silly. It's baby. I got it all smothered.
Let's go
like
eat a damn snack. What's up, Jets fans? Welcome. I am your host, Nick. We did it. We made it. After months of an offseason, after trying to figure out who our quarterback would be, after trying to figure out what we would have to give up to get him, after free agency, after the draft, after OTAs, after the 6-week downtime, after training camp, we're here. We made it. It's game week. I'm very excited. I wish to God that it was Monday next week already. What we're going to do today is we're going to do a little preview. We're going to look ahead at the Buffalo Bills. We're going to look at the matchup. I'm going to be joined shortly by a guest. We're going to go over how the New York Jets match up with the Buffalo Bills. Our strengths and weaknesses against them versus their strengths and their weaknesses against us. But before we do that, let's say what's up to everybody. Eminon, batting leadoff. Eminon, the shortstop, number 2. What's up, Eminon? Thank you for joining. The guy with the largest knob in Jets universe. What's up, Knobcraft? How are you? It wouldn't be a Jet content creator show without Harlan in the chat. What's up, Harlan? My buddy Christopher Carl is here from the Proud New York Jets fan Facebook group. Knobcraft joined the Jets Proud New York Jets fans group this week. Speaking of Jets fans, if you're going to talk Jets fans, you got to talk old timers. You got to talk a man named Matthias Simon. What's up, buddy? Thank you for joining. I believe you're checking in from Myrtle Beach, if I'm not mistaken. I saw some pictures of the sunrise this morning down there. Awesome. Enjoy. Have a safe trip. And don't get too sunburned. I was down there in Myrtle Beach the last week of July 2 years ago. It's the hottest heat I've ever experienced in my entire life. It's different down there. But enjoy, brother. Thank you for checking in. Kick your feet up. Relax. So I just rewatched the speed version of the Jets-Bills home game last year. When Zach Wilson, without Breece Hall, without Vera Tucker, defeated the Buffalo Bills. The first thing that pops out, there's 2 things, one on each side of the ball. You know I love defense. I'm going to talk defense first. Our defense is a fucking problem for them. Our defense is an absolute problem for them. Go rewatch it. Josh Allen, not comfortable. Guys not open. Confusing them between man and zone coverages. You can watch either game. Even the loss with Mike White at quarterback. The defense was a problem. The defense is a problem for the Buffalo Bills. We are built specifically to defeat the teams in the AFC who rely on the passing game. We're built to beat the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Bengals, the Jaguars, the Bills, the Dolphins. We're built for it. And guess what? JJ in year 2. Quinnen coming back off an all-pro season. The addition of Will McDonald. The experience of Huff. JFM. Carl Lawson. We're built for it. Now, I'm not just a homer. I'm going to tell you my concerns. I'm worried about rookie tight end Dalton Kincaid. I'm worried about him in the flat. I'm worried about Cook. I'm worried about the running backs and the tight ends. Any good Jets fan knows we've had some issues covering tight ends and running backs out of the backfield. Enter Sherwood. Converted safety from college. Should help. We know Quincy can get there, and when he does, he delivers a wallop. But I'm very curious to see how Buffalo attacks us. You're probably going to see a lot of 2 tight end sets. You're probably going to see a lot of play action, misdirections, rollouts, tight ends cutting underneath, and Kincaid and Knox. A very, very good, if not the best tight end combination in the league. If not immediately, by the second time we play them, I expect Kincaid to be a very, very good tight end in this league. He's everything you want from a tight end nowadays. He's big, he's fast, he's strong, he's athletic. I hate that he went to Buffalo. I really, truly do. So until the Jets can show that they consistently can cover the tight end, I think for all of us, it's a concern. So downfield, I'm not worried. Reed and Sauce both did a very good job against Diggs. Sauce had that one play early in the game where he stuttered and Diggs was able to get deep downfield. But then 2 plays later, I believe Whitehead with an interception. So they're going to get yardage. They're a very good offense. I just think we match up really well with them. And I think you're going to see a lot of dinking and dunking underneath by Buffalo. The 4-man rush, I'm worried about Josh Allen getting out and running. If they let everyone go upfield, that middle of that field opens up. That worries me. But I want Josh Allen taking hits. I want Josh Allen taking a beating. I think we can get to him repetitively. I think you're looking at least a 5-sack game for the Jets. I think we're constantly in his face. I don't think we're blockable up front. I don't. I think this pass rush is going to put the entire league on notice on national television in week 1 that we are going to fuck shit up for you. That's what we're going to do. You're not going to be able to throw downfield on us. We got you covered. And you're going to be sitting there holding the ball. You hold the ball for 3 seconds, you're getting sacked. Or you got to be fast as hell getting out of the pocket. Enough from me. I appreciate you guys listening to me, but like I said, I had a guest coming in. It's Labor Day. It's a holiday. Not all of the top content creators are available, so sometimes you got to settle. I'm killing time as you're eating. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Go ahead. No rush. No rush. Eat your meal, bro. Sometimes on Labor Day, you gotta dig deep. You gotta find someone that you normally don't talk to, that you personally don't like. You gotta beg. Hey, I know we haven't done a show very often. Would you like to come on with me? We should talk football and make fun of one another. You guys know who I'm bringing in. I'm just waiting for him to finish breakfast, lunch, whatever the hell it is, with this stupid 3-hour time difference. While I'm waiting for the guest to be ready. And no rush, man. No rush. Whenever you're ready. I'm going to catch up in the chat. I went on a little tangent there. Then see a man almost in labor. Aw, how sweet. That's the nicest thing you ever said to me, you prick. Very good, Mark. I like a good roast. That was nice. Yeah, Matthias, I can't wait for Sunday night, man. I can't wait. If I could take enough melatonin to wake up at 7:30 next Monday night, I would do it. If I could give this man enough melatonin where I never have to see him again and he could just sleep peacefully for eternity, I would do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the bottom of the barrel, Mr. Jets Chaos. Hi, buddy.
Hey, man, it's not breakfast. It's not lunch. It's second breakfast.
Second breakfast.
And then after the show, I'll have 11sies.
You eat more meals than I pee during the day.
Probably true. First time I'm trying this sparkling water. It's called Liquid Death.
Oh, yeah? Green Bean send you a case? He loves those, right?
Oh, he does.
More yards than last season. We should have more sacks and more turnovers. Harlan, I agree. You got to remember, we're going up against better teams this year too. We got Mahomes. We got Herbert. Now, Denver should be better. We didn't play Russell Wilson last year. They got Sean Payton now. They should have a better offense. We didn't play Tua in the 2 games. Miami will be better. Statistically, with yardage, we may not be as good. But we'll have more sacks. Newsflash, we got Aaron Rodgers. We're going to have more leads. So we're going to have more sack opportunities.
Yeah.
And then teams are going to have to throw the ball late in the game, and that's when you pad your stats, so to say, right? When you know the other team's going to throw and you don't have to worry about the run, that's when sacks and interceptions pile up. When teams have to force it because time's running out. So I agree with you, Harlan. We might not have the yardage numbers, but then flip it, right? Complementary football. Let me fix you a little bit. There we go. We'll have the ball more. We'll have more time of possession. We're not going to have as many 3-and-outs. So the yards per play, yards per pass attempt are the stats always to keep an eye on. And if we're controlling the ball 34, 35 minutes a game and the defense is only out there 25, holy shit, this defense is going to feast. This defense is going to feast. Al Woods, yeah. I like Woods, Jefferson up the middle. JFM, Clemens, Quinn. I mean, there's no weaknesses. The biggest weakness is worrying about tight ends and running backs out in the flat. Johnny's here. What's up, buddy?
According to Kuka Lake, I'm drinking Yeti pee.
Hank, I think Dalton Kincaid is going to be a weapon from day one. Since we're playing the Bills, I've paid a little bit more attention to the week 1 opponent. I'm sure we all do. I've searched out some of their practice clips, some of their media guys on Twitter. And I believe that by maybe week 1, by latest mid-October, Dalton Kincaid is the number 2 guy with targets behind Diggs. I really, truly do. I love the kid. I hate that he ended up in our division. I really, really do. But if you knock a quarterback on his ass, who cares what the tight end does, right? He just runs around and doesn't get the ball. Hit the snot out of the quarterback time and time again. Keep Allen running. Keep Allen moving. Flush him out of the pocket. I'm looking forward to this matchup. I am. Because it's going to let the whole nation know the Jets are for real.
Yeah.
Why? Because the Jets are for real. Chaos eating some tube steak. Boom, snacks off the bench. He's always eating. Matthias chiming in saying he's always eating. Well, I kind of rushed him. I wanted to go on a little while ago. He's like, I got to do a couple things at the house. Let me throw another breakfast in me, and then I'll hop on with you. So,
yeah, because all I had was a couple of English muffins this morning.
I had a banana so far today. That's it.
So there's no way, like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, I had, I think, 2 English muffins. Obviously, I'm going to be starving by now. It's like freaking been an hour and a half since I ate last.
Oh, Vino's here. What's up, Vino? Oh, man. Thank you, Vino. I just realized that's Eminon's name backwards. Wow. Look what you learned today. Happy Labor Day to me. So I covered the defense, our strengths and weaknesses against Buffalo. I rewatched the game last year when we beat them. I want to go over the offense now. I know we have a new scheme. I know we have a new offensive coordinator, minor upgrade at quarterback from Zach. We got AVT coming back. We got Hall coming back. We got the debut of Dalvin Cook, debuts of Lazard, Cobb, Hardman. I just watched a team with Herbig and number 70. Was that Ajubaju? Who was 70 last year for us? He was playing offensive line. And I watched them control and manhandle the Buffalo Bills line as Michael Carter went off as James Robinson went off, what the hell do you think we're going to do with Vera Tucker and Becton?
And as they say, that was proof last year. All you need is a chip in a chair.
I mean, if you're Hackett, how do you just not call runs behind Vera Tucker and Becton the entire game, right? 3rd and 1? Okay. I know where I want to go. You hit that one time. Now you do a little play action with it. You hit maybe Conklin out in the flat. Get some nice yak.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun to watch this offense. We are going to watch the best offense we've ever seen the New York Jets have.
Pretty much.
We are going to watch the most efficient offense we've ever had. We are going to watch the greatest quarterback we've ever had. We are going to watch the greatest talent at wide receiver we've ever had. We're going to watch the greatest backfield we've ever had. How it all comes together, I am very, very excited to see the big picture, right? We've looked at all the little things. I want to see some creativity. I want to see Borden get a first down, right? On a play you don't expect him to get the run, where you give the quick handoff to the fullback and you fake the flip out to Hall or Cook, and Borden just charges up the middle to get a yard and a half or two. I can't wait for Nick Borden to get his first touchdown. You know, they had Kuntz, the running back up in Green Bay. He got a bunch of touchdowns, down at the goal line. I can't wait to just see how it all comes together. I can't wait to see the big picture. Like, it's, you know how you're sitting there, you're waiting for a big movie to debut. You know, everyone, these Marvel movies where everyone's all excited and what's going to happen. I'm starting to get like the anxiousness. I'm starting to get the hyperness. I'm starting to get the, holy shit, this is going to happen in 7 days. 7 days and 6 hours from now, that stadium's going to be fucking rocking. I wish I could be there. I can't. But anyone who is going, get in there early. Get in there early. Do you want to miss Aaron Rodgers coming out of the tunnel for the first time? Do you want to be in line for a beer when Aaron Rodgers gets introduced for the first time? Do you want to be in line for 7 knishes and 4 chicken tender and French fry platters? As Aaron Rodgers, yeah, you do. Other people don't.
As long as there's a TV.
Like,
you know how
you would look at it as everybody's going to see Rodgers? Oh, there's going to be no lines.
Well, you know how they have the TVs? Like, you're online, but there's the TV?
Yep.
As long as I can see it on the TV.
That place is going to be louder than we've ever heard it.
I mean, you had to say 7 knishes?
7. That's a good number. It's 1 for every scoring drive.
Yeah. I love it.
I'm excited. I think we match up great with the Buffalo Bills. Look at us last year. 22-9 with Mike White. CJ doesn't jump off sides. Carter doesn't fumble. We could have beat them twice. We could have swept them. Have you looked at the talent upgrades that we have now compared to those 2 games last year? Look at the defense. Go look at Josh Allen's numbers. Yes, he scored 2 touchdowns in the first game with us rushing. In 8 quarters against us, Josh Allen threw for 1 touchdown pass, completed under 60% of his passes, and looked like he struggled. This is a game the New York Jets must win. I never say that. You want to be taken seriously? You want to talk about the Super Bowl on Hard Knocks? You want to talk about the Super Bowl on One Jet Drive? You want to mention it and say we're not hiding from it? Go win this goddamn game. Go show that you're for real. Go show that you're not talk. Go show everybody in the NFL the New York Jets are not hype. The New York Jets are credible. The New York Jets are legit. The New York Jets are a motherfucking contender. Go show the world who the fuck we are. And to the fans, we've been waiting a really long time for this. We have waited a very long time. I'm sick and fucking tired of watching a sea of blue when I was at the Buffalo Jet game last year. I'm sick and tired of Patriots fans rolling in. I'm sick and tired of Dolphins fans rolling in. Keep your fucking tickets, get there, and be engaged. Second and long, get the fuck up and make noise. Third and long, make more than you did the last down. Bang the seats, stomp your feet, scream and yell. Walk out of that stadium talking like this. Leave your voice on the field. Just like we asked the players to leave it all on the field, leave your voice out there. Give us the advantage that I hear about in Kansas City, I hear about in Seattle. Make this a place that nobody wants to come to. Make this a place that people fear coming to, not just because of our team, from the crowd noise. I don't want to hear about the 12th man in Seattle just because they built the stadium where the sound echoes up and comes down onto the field because they had to find a way to acoustically generate noise. We're a wide open stadium. Give us the home field advantage that our team needs. That was an unexpected rant. Go ahead.
Well, I will say from last year, you reminded me of something. I will never forget how good it felt to watch.
That's what she said. Oh, perfect.
Watch all those Buffalo Bill fans walk out of MetLife with their heads hung down, shocked, scratching their heads, feeling like assholes for all the smack talk they talked, all the yelling they did when they strolled on in there, and watching them put their tails between their asses and sadly leave for their long trip back to Buffalo. It was beautiful. And this year, when any New England Patriot fans come into our house, we gotta pound the shit out of the Patriots so we can humiliate those fans and have them leave with their heads hung low.
How about when we're 3-0 and 2-0 in the division? I know I don't want to get too far ahead because this is the Bills preview, but how about when we're 3-0 and 2-0 in the division? 3-0 with Kansas City coming in. God. All right, slow down, Nick. Slow down. My heart can't take this. I'll have to take my second blood pressure pill early if I start thinking about that. I like it, Vino. I like it. See some 3 tight end sets, put Rucker in the backfield, do the play action, and hit one of the tight ends out in the flat. Go watch this offense. Go pull up highlights. Go watch a game recap from 2020 or 2021 with the Packers. It's what you're going to see from this offense. You're going to see Wilson fed the ball frequently. You're going to see misdirections. You're going to see dump offs to running backs and tight ends. And you're going to see some shots downfield when an opportunity arises. We're running the ball well. We're running behind Vera Tucker. We're running behind Becton. We got CJ blocking at tight end. You got Borden in the backfield. It's like Madden. I would just do stretch right the whole time. Let Borden and let CJ chip down, pull Becton outside, and let Becton be the lead blocker going at a cornerback or a safety or a linebacker. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited for the creativity and execution of this offense. I think we hit the ground running because Aaron Rodgers is going to make sure everybody's ready. And if you're not ready, get the fuck off his field. Get someone else in the huddle who is. We have a quarterback who's going to speak up, say to the offense coordinator, this fucking guy doesn't know what he's doing. Get someone else out there. It's not going to be very coy, shy, quiet. You've got the C on your chest because you're our quarterback, but you're not really the leader. You're going to see the greatest leader we've ever had. Let's talk about the Jets' weaknesses.
Let's.
All right, moving on. What are the questions? McGovern and Tomlinson. Becton's knee holding up, right? I look at this offense, and if I'm going to look at it from a Buffalo Bill fan perspective, I'm going to send a lot of guys. I'm going to test out Becton's mobility. I'm going to see if McGovern and Tomlinson have declined or if they've gotten better or stayed the same, right? If McGovern stays the same, I'm okay with that. Tomlinson, I think we all expect improvement, but can't guarantee it, right? This is a big test. This is a good defensive line. I'm going to take away Garrett Wilson. I'm going to finish up real quick. I just got to step away, and then I'll give it to you to run it for 2 minutes.
Hold the fort.
If I'm the Bills, I'm going to do everything I can to take away Garrett Wilson. And I'm going to make other people beat me in the passing game. They play a similar D. They play some zone. They'll mix in some man. I'm going to bracket Garrett Wilson, and I'm going to say Lazard, who's prone to drops, beat me. Cobb, who's 30-something, beat me. Hardman has never really had a big role, beat me. Rucker, like you mentioned, beat me. Think they're going to do a good job trying to take away the run? I don't think they're going to do it. I said 140 yards rushing total for this team. You give me 70 and a touchdown from Hall and Cook, I'm ecstatic. Hall gets 70 yards in the first game, sharing. Holy shit. How about this? First play of the game, you run the same fucking play that you ran against the Broncos when he scored that 68-yard touchdown. Run the same goddamn play, the first play of the game. If you take anything from Michael Floor, take that play and run it right away. So I'm going to give you the solo layout. I got to step out for a minute.
So we just lost the ugly, and we left with the pretty. That's me. What am I worried about? What are our possible weaknesses? I say possible because we might not, nothing is guaranteed. We have questions, and the questions could be good answers. Lincoln Tomlinson could be a good answer. Could go back to his original Pro Bowl type form that we saw on the Niners. Could happen. We could write it off as a bad year. He can go back to being a top 10 guard in the league. We don't know. It's not impossible. It's happened before. People have had off years, especially under the circumstances for him. Will they try? Question. Will they try to put a speedy guy? Will they move their fastest edge over Becton to see if Becton can handle speed? They might. And look, the good news for us in this is that Becton won the job. And don't forget, he didn't just win it on preseason. He won it in practice. And who do you think he was blocking in practice? Very quick, very fast guys. And he was playing left tackle as well. So, I mean, he was training and practicing against, guys like Carl Lawson early in camp, JJ, Huff, McDonald. I mean, these are fast, talented pass rushers. So it's not like Becton is not getting the best training. He is. So, but we have to see. It's a question. Is he going to have the speed? Is he going to be able to hold up for the whole game? We'll find out. Another question mark is the linebacker crew with Jamian Sherwood. I love him. I think he's going to have a big year, but is he? Is he going to be ready? Is he going to be able to stop the screen like Quan Alexander stopped the screen? Is he going to be able to perform like that? Is Tony Adams going to be able to live up to the high expectations the coaching staff has placed on him? Is the hype for Tony Adams real? These are questions because they'll test Tony Adams, right? They'll test, especially if he's not covering Diggs. I mean, my hope is that Sauce will eliminate Diggs from the equation. There will be no Diggs. No Diggs. Because he's going to get lost in the sauce. But the Jets don't play man like that. So they might line Diggs up on the other side to try to take advantage of Reed. And I'm not saying Reed is a very good player. He's an excellent player. But a guy like Diggs will still get his share. He'll still get to eat. So we've got to stop that. And, the Bills are really – it's really about Josh Allen. It's really about Stephon Diggs. They got this kid Kincaid at tight end. It's going to be a new weapon for Josh Allen. We have to keep Josh Allen contained. We have to keep him, within the edge. We can't let him out of the pocket. We got to trap him in the pocket. We got to seal the edge well. Our edge rushers have to do a good job at that. And we have to just cover, put him under pressure. He doesn't like pressure. So, cover Diggs well. Sauce does his job. Watch this tight end. That's the linebackers got to do their job, and get to the quarterback and get to him early and fast. And just rattle him and get him off to a bad start for the year. Let's make sure Josh Allen has a really bad first game. Let's do what we did to him last year. Let's shut him down. We shut him down with the way our offense is. Maybe we scrape up some points, get a little bit of a lead, and they really can't afford to run too much because they're trailing. So that would be a good situation for us to be in. I expect our running game to be more effective than their running game. And if we can stop Josh Allen, even if they slow down Aaron Rodgers, let it come between let the game be decided by the running game. Okay. Breece Hall, like Dalvin Cook, let them break a couple of big plays. We win that way. I personally think that we're going to win 31-10. To be honest, 31-10 is my prediction. I think we're going to beat them, and we're going to beat them handedly, because I think we're a better team than they are. And I think that Buffalo is very good, and they're still going to win a lot of games. But I just don't think, I think we're just better than they are now. We're better. They're not going to be able to stop us every drive. They'll stop us on some drives, but there's going to be a lot of drives where we just have a good balanced attack. We're going to break a big run, and Rodgers is going to put it in the end zone or something, and we're just going to be able to score some touchdowns, some field goals, and, just be like, okay, our offense, and have a decent game and put up 31 points. One of those touchdowns might come from our defense. And then, like a big turnover. And then, I just don't think Buffalo is going to be able to move the ball very well. They'll get one kind of bogus touchdown at the end of the half, like we always seem to give up. They'll go for a field goal at some point in the game and get it. They'll have their 10 points, and they're not going to go for field goals after that. They can only go for touchdowns. And we're not going to let them do it. We're going to shut them down, and we're going to win the game 31-10. And that's going to feel great. Hopefully Conklin gets the first touchdown. Everybody say a prayer for that. Everybody say, let Tyler Conklin catch the first touchdown of the season. Let it happen. Let it be the first score of the game. Touchdown to Conklin. That's what we all want. Put that vibe out there. Touchdown to Conklin. That's what we want. Okay? Not to Wilson. Not a run play to Cook or Breece Hall. Not Ruckert. Conklin. Conklin has to catch the first touchdown for us. Why? Because I win $1,000 if he does. So, Conklin. Okay? Conklin. Come on. Chaos needs a new pair of shoes. Conklin. Chaos needs a new ticket to get back to the, Chaos needs money for the Raiders to go down to Vegas. Conklin. But, I'm the kind of guy that if I win that 1,000, I will let it ride, baby. I will let it ride. I mean, I won't take another long shot bet like that, but I'll take like the over under on the next game, the Dallas game, take the under or something. Hope for a low scoring game. Turn that 1,000 into 2,000. Then I get some momentum, right? That $2,000 for the weekend of the Jets Raiders game, that gets me a good ticket to the game. Gets me a cheap Southwest flight, a good hotel room. Or do I let the 2,000 ride and take the Jets over New England with the points, given the points? Turn it into 4,000. Now I'm living large. Now I'm not only in Vegas, but I'm at the steakhouse, baby, with an apron in my, tucking in an apron. Okay. My wife might have something to say about that. She might say, hey, maybe we should take the $4,000 to pay our mortgage. It's hard to argue against that. But hey, it's $4,000. It would be $4,000 that we found, right? I mean, it's just free money. So can't we pretend we didn't win it? And I go down to Vegas and live in the laps of luxury and root for my team? I think that's reasonable. Let's see. Who's this? What's this? Is this their news coming in? Jets wideout hits the 5-figure fine. 5-figure fine from NFL. Oh, he that's Cobb. $13,000, I think. It's ridiculous.
What's up?
They gave Randall Cobb a $13,000 fine. Those
yeah, I saw the other day.
To do something, he did something that was literally legal not so long ago. Give me a break.
Yep. No, Harlan, they don't have people walking around anymore. I'll be just like a clown, seated in 109. Vino's in 109. Oh, 2 rows apart. Look at that shit. That's awesome. Yeah, GVH, I agree. He made a couple nice tackles when I rewatched the game. I think linebackers improved. First 2 tight ends. Yeah, the tight end matchup scares me, GVH. I'll be honest with you. If there's one part of Buffalo that I'm worried about, it's Kincaid and Knox as a duo. And they got Damian Harris, the running back now, for short yardage.
Jersey.
You don't have to use Josh Allen as much and let him get those hits.
A fresh jersey.
Are the Chiefs? Yeah, the Chiefs are coming out here, Harlan. That's October 1st, Sunday Night Football. Jared, I'm leaving my voice in MetLife. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Jared, thank you for joining. Thank you for, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Would appreciate it. Mark's questions me high. Yeah. And listen, we're not going undefeated. We're going to lose games. Not many. I got us 13-4. We get 4-2 after this opening stretch. I think 13-4 is very possible. I really do. We get the benefit of going down to Miami in December. We don't have to worry about going in September and dealing with that shit and that awful weather. That's a blessing. You know, Patriots, when they were good, would go to Miami in September and lose. It's different going down there in September, man. That's a different. You got to be trained for that shit. You can't just leave New Jersey and go down there in September and be okay. I went down there September 22nd in 2002. We had won 8 in a row, and that was the game where they got Ricky Williams, the first game Ricky Williams, and he went nuts. I was sitting in the upper deck. I felt like I was 25 feet from the sun, and you could have cooked bacon on the back of my neck, how pink my neck got at that game. A different
Ricky
type
Williams, he liked the smoky.
He did. He smoked us that day. In the week, I think everybody's going to leave it on the field because they're going to account for.
He probably got some good stuff, too.
Yeah. Great comments today. Really good comments today. I'm glad everyone's able to hop in on the holiday. Thank you for spending your holiday with pride and chaos. Shout out to Jets Chaos, too, for coming back this week. Good for you, man. I'm proud. I'm happy.
Everybody's so happy about it. They love that name, huh?
It's who you are. It's the brand you built. It's the tattoo you have. It's who you are.
Jets Chaos.
You are the chaotic one, man.
Leah's double chaos.
Lee's the favorite. Well, Lee pays for everything, right, Mom?
Lee's the favorite child, right, Mom?
Lee will pay for everything. I'm more considerate. Lee just pays for things. That when you and her were walking in the shopping.
It was the best where she was I said, well, he has to be a favorite. He pays for everything. And she goes, no, I don't like it. I don't like that he thinks he has to pay for me.
I don't want him to.
What am I?
I argue with him.
I have a pension. Yeah, father and me have done well. I don't need him to insult me and pay for me like I'm a hopeless old lady. I'll pay for him. I'm the mother. He's the son.
And then you're like, all right, Ma, I won't pay. Yeah, okay, Mom, I won't pay.
Mom, I will throw
I'll make you happy, Mom. You pay.
I'll throw so many things in that basket for you, and you can pay.
When, poor Sandy gets to the checkout. When did I order 7 packages of English muffins? First
Nice
touchdown
time.
should be
Sure.
on a run behind AVT and Becton. I heard you talking a little bit. I told you my prediction for the first touchdown. I go for the long shot. My prediction is Quinnen Williams. After a Jermaine Johnson sack, strip fumble, Quinnen scoops it up and goes in. And Quinnen scores the first touchdown of the Jets season. That's got to be like 100,000 to 1 odds, right? Like a defensive, like the odds of a defensive player on a fumble recovery. It's got to be huge odds on that.
Huge.
One of those 10,000 to 1s. Oh, Jets fans. I got a thing for you. I'm going to look it up in a minute and I'll put it in the chat, but I'm going to tell you about it first. If you're on Twitter, Michael Nania, Nania, go to his tweets. He posted a link from Jets X Factor on, what is the app? I just downloaded it. Where are you? PointsBet. If you click his link on PointsBet and you make a $50 bet after signing up on PointsBet, do you know what you get? You get a $150 credit for Fanatics. I put a $50 bet in on a 5-leg parlay for the Kansas City game. And then 3 minutes later, I get an email from Fanatics saying that would use this or from PointsBet to use this code on Fanatics at checkout. I just ordered my son one of the throwback legacy jerseys that he wants. His birthday is September 17th. It cost me nothing. I took $5 free bet on FanDuel. Jeremy, we were talking earlier with JR. I turned that into $50. I withdrew that $50. I put it on the PointsBet. I ordered the jersey. Free. $129.99 jersey. Free. With the chance to hit a $50 bet for $408. So you want one of these throwbacks. You want an Al Toon. You want a Curtis Martin. You want Jeremy doing his impression of the Penguin. You want... we got to get you, man. We got to get you to be Gru for Halloween. You'd be a good Gru.
Oh, my students used to call me Gru all the time.
Okay. Yeah, it's legit. I got it. I posted in the Proud New York Jets fan group. I posted the photo confirmation. I don't get anything out of this. I just want to see Jets fans get a deal. $50 bet with a chance to win your money back or more if you do a parlay, right? The odds have to be better than minus 500. So you can go bet one bet straight up for 50. I put a parlay together to win 408. I spent no money on this. I just got my son. He hasn't commented yet, right? He didn't pop in here. His mom's got him getting ready for school today.
Son.
I got him a Sauce Gardner jersey. Cost me nothing. Cost me absolutely nothing.
With the Sauce Gardner jersey. Doesn't he already have a Garrett Wilson?
Nick got a thing for Jets fans. Keep it in your pants, Nick. Twisted, comment 0 out of 10. He's been rating my jokes when I pop up in your show and I roast you in the chat. And he's been having a rating system on my jokes. So, Twisted, your comment, 0 out of 10. I have a thing for saving money. It is my adopted Jewish side that Jeremy has bestowed upon me. And I am a sucker for a deal. To get a $130 jersey for free, $50 bet, do it.
185 Twisteds walk into a bar in the park that says, sorry, we don't serve 185 Twisteds here. And 185 Twisteds say, we just wanted the pretzels.
Huh. Okay, I just posted the link
to a bar, and the bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve 185 Twisteds here." And 185 Twisteds say, "We're just looking for our sisters."
Nice. I just posted the link, everybody. Like I said, I get nothing from it. I don't get a cut. I just want to see people get a good deal. I see. Hey, Nick.
He's a nice guy. He wants to see you get a good deal. But if you hit your $50 bet
No.
for any big money, feel free to donate 10% to the Nick Shine Fund.
I never said that. I would say 15.
Feel free.
I would say 15.
Oh.
What's Nick Jr. say about young kids becoming Jets fans? Are we growing the base? I think having Garrett Wilson, I think having Sauce Gardner, I think having Breece Hall, Quinnen, Jermaine, Will McDonald, guy named Rodgers. I think young kids want to see superstars. I think you're seeing that with the fan base now. I think you're seeing a lot of kids who are excited watching Sauce make All-Pro, watching Garrett Wilson be as electrifying as he is with the ball. Kids will gravitate to superstars, and we have those. It's not throwing to Jeremy Curley as your number one wide receiver anymore, or Pierre Desir as your number one corner, or Lorenzo Malden as your best pass rusher.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at a team filled with stars, and in this market, it's marketable. So, everyone knows someone where the father roots for one team and the son roots for another team. These next couple of years, these 4, 5, 6-year-olds who are getting into football are going to see the star-studded New York Jets, and hopefully we win. You win? Look at the Patriots fans. No one saw a Patriot fan anywhere. Tom Brady started. Now all of a sudden you see Patriot stuff everywhere. They put him in the back of the closet now because it's not worth wearing. I told you what I was yelling at Patriots fans last year at the Jet game when we played them. I was like, look at all you losers wearing a number 12 jersey. You're going to be like us in 50 years wearing our 12 jerseys because you haven't won anything in 50 years.
It's true. Wow.
So let's get back into let's get back into the preview.
Back into the preview. What are we previewing?
Oh, Suits season 4, outstanding. I'm near the end of season 4. Holy shit!
No spoilers, please.
Okay. I never would. And you don't even have to tell me that. Like I will hurt people if they spoil things for me. I would never ever spoil. But let me tell you what happens with Lewis. That's all I'll say. The Lewis storyline in season 4. Wow. Very good television. Very good drama. Very good twists. Where are you?
Near the end of season 2.
All right.
We hit a speed bump because Jocelyn got into something else that she liked. And you know how you do that. We start watching some other things. So
Monday supposed to be 75 with some rain. I think that benefits us, right? We got the better run game. We got a quarterback who has played a lot of bad weather games in his career.
Yeah, we watched this thing about the whole epidemic with the OxyContin. It's like the whole real story about it. It's freaking intense.
Yeah,
like what that company did, man. They like it's crazy. You wouldn't believe. I mean, you'd believe it if you watched it, but you'd have a new definition of how evil human beings can be.
Just watch political news and you'll know.
Yeah. But I mean, this is not even politics. It was just people, greed.
It's horrible. Yeah, it's greed, right?
Greed.
What's the old adage? You'll never see anyone cure cancer because the cancer business is too profitable, which sucks for anyone like myself and many others who've ever lost someone to cancer. That that there might be a possibility of it, but you can't make money off of something that doesn't exist.
Yeah, there was like with stem cell research, there was a way that they were going to be able to make it that my wife, when she got the heart transplant, like they were working on, like they said, it's very possible to regenerate the new heart that she has so that it would never reject, to get her cells in there. So it would be for her body, her heart. And the doctors looked at us and said, it'll never happen. Why? And it goes, because the medication your wife now has to take for the rest of her life is thousands of dollars. And there's no way the pharmaceutical companies will let it happen.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I have a disc, a little, dime-sized plastic disc on the toe wound, and half of the disc is still attached and it's healing. I go tomorrow again, and hopefully, everyone say a prayer, please, that this thing is finally closed. If it's closed, I will get up to the stadium on Monday. If I can walk on this thing, I'll get up there for the tailgates and see everybody, and I might not be able to move around the lot too much, and I'll watch the game from the parking lot.
Check it out. It's Savage Jedi Rusty Spooner. What's up, my friend? And let me tell you something about Savage Jedi Rusty Spooner and how he got that name Savage.
Shoot.
He got that name Savage because he's a very big fan of the Long Island, Long Beach Joe show. And Long Beach Joe refers to all his Jet fans as Savage.
Nice.
Right? And every time Rusty calls in, he goes, "You're a savage."
Nice. Nice. I always thought Belichick's system had a lot to do with the Pats winning. Brady showed up. Oh, where are we? What's up? Pats winning. Brady even showed us truth. Yeah. I saw a thing the other day. If you go look at the Patriots' offensive picks since 2018 or 2019, it's like the worst collection of people you could actually think of. They haven't been able to find anybody on offense.
Yeah.
Countless lives. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they basically found a way to deal cocaine, heroin. That's what OxyContin is. It's like they found a way to deal it legally and make money from it.
I hated it, man. When I had the surgery and I had to take it, I didn't like being up. I didn't like that lightheaded feeling. I hated it.
Yeah, some people, like, you get lucky. Like, some people are addicted the first time, and then there are other people who, like, I'm like that too. It just makes me groggy. It makes me sleepy. Even Vicodin, like, those things have never been desirable for me, which is lucky. It's so much better than the opposite and being addicted to it.
Well, Cuca, it's Rusty Spooner because after the rusty trombone, he likes to spoon and cuddle. So it's a combination of both with his name. You get the little rusty trombone, and you get a little cuddle spooning time.
I know Rusty's enjoying his college football. He must have been having a blast on Saturday. He must have been loving it. Writing down the names of his new favorite players and recruits that the Jets should draft. I know what you're doing, Rusty.
So, all right, let's discuss it.
Okay.
Not that we think it will happen.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to lose this game, what gets exploited? What weakness do you see Buffalo attacking on us? How do you see Buffalo winning the game? Now, obviously, we want the Jets to win. We believe they'll win, but I want to be open-minded on this show when we do the preview. What do they exploit? What do we fail to do? If we are to lose this game, how so?
I would say defensively, they slow us down. Like offensively, we get slowed down and don't score as much. It would be if we had, like you're telling me in the future, we had lost the game. I guess it would be because the offensive line wasn't cohesive and did, we had holes. Like maybe McGovern regressed, maybe Tomlinson still stunk, and they just didn't do a good job. Like our running backs were getting stood up with the running game, and Rodgers was under too much pressure. And then I would say defensively, the way they would have beaten us, if I had to guess how we lost, and they were able to put up points against us more than I thought, would be screen passing the shit out of us. That we still haven't resolved that they still own the short game. And that we gave too much, like it would be 3rd and 2, and they would get the first down, and like they would hold the ball for a lot of minutes, and that we didn't figure that out. Like we just couldn't get our defense off the field. Kind of like, if you found any kink in the armor last year, it was sometimes we really struggled to get off the field.
I don't think we're going to lose. I can't believe you said all that.
Well, you're saying.
That was the setup. I don't think we're going to lose. The tight ends. the tight ends. If Kincaid and Knox have a day, that's how we get defeated.
Right.
I
that's
think
our weakness, the short game
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. And we did well against it last year, but there's advantages to playing a team in week one. They don't know what you're going to do. New offensive coordinator, new quarterback. There's kind of an unknown. But you also have that going with us, right? With Kincaid, how they're going to use these two tight end sets. Knox was a problem at times. Knox has had some big games getting downfield. And now you have a weapon in Kincaid who is very, very Travis Kelce-like from what I see on film. He's big, he's quick, he's strong, he's got good hands. He can run multiple routes. He's a mismatch. I really, really loved, you know how much I loved Kincaid coming out. I just didn't think it was an option for us, and I hate that he landed in our division.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to remember, sometimes it takes some time for them to learn the league. I mean, even the kid that went to Atlanta, right, has taken some Pitts. I mean, it's not like
he's been a disappointment.
He's been a disappointment for sure.
He's been for number 4 overall pick. I mean, he's been as bad of a top 5 pick as I know. He makes catches. He doesn't get in the end zone. I think that'll change this year with Bijan Robinson. I'm a gambler. I've told you guys, if you want a little parlay to make money, a little tip from Nick, I would team up Bijan Robinson for Offensive Rookie of the Year, along with I would go either Will McDonald on the Jets, but I would take Christian Gonzalez, the cornerback, and team up Gonzalez and Robinson for Offensive Defensive Rookie of the Year. You know, Belichick's system with cornerbacks, the kid's going to make plays, and he's going to be very well coached immediately. So
I have Kincaid in fantasy football.
Nice.
You're saying that's a good thing.
I'm big on him. Hang on to him. You know, sometimes tight ends take a little bit to get rolling, but everything I've seen, they're going to feed him the ball. He's going to be underneath mismatch against linebackers. You know, he can catch and run. He'll get yak. He'll be a nice player. Not week one. Hopefully we contain him, but long term, he's a very, very nice player to have.
Cool.
And I'm big on Conklin. If you want to talk fantasy with a tight end, Rodgers loves throwing to his tight ends. I think Conklin, who had 58 catches last year with the worst quarterbacks in the NFL, should push 70 catches this year. Easy.
What about Mayer? Wasn't he like the guy from Notre Dame?
Yeah, he's in Vegas.
Is he going to start? Probably.
Possibly, right?
They
let Waller go. They traded Waller away.
But you're not nearly excited about him as you are Kincaid.
He's more of a blocker. He's more physical, but he can move. You know, Jimmy G had Kittle. You know, maybe there's something there. You know, you got Adams on the outside getting doubled, Renfro underneath, and Mayer can be a nice little piece of the team. Yeah, Patron, he did have 1,000 in his first year. He just hasn't been able to get to the end zone. But, you know, now with Drake London going into year 2, Pitts, Bijan Robinson in the backfield, I think Arthur Smith is going to get Coach of the Year. That would be my bet for Coach of the Year. If I'm not picking Robert Saleh, I'm picking Arthur Smith. First-year quarterback, rookie running back. They put a lot of assets into the defense. You know, Calais Campbell wanted to be a Jet. Jets wanted him, but he wanted to play DN more, and Atlanta gave him the opportunity to play DN full time, so he chose there because he wanted to be on the edge more and not inside. Otherwise, Calais Campbell would be a Jet right now. Well, here's the thing. The Jets' $20 million that was available now today is $8.4 million because of the way the 53 worked out. There's an article that someone had sent me in the chat and explained it. But yeah, we don't have 20 million available anymore. As of today, we have 8.4. So making that big move might be a little more difficult than we expect. I think Ritter will be okay. I think he'll be okay enough throwing swing passes to Bijan Robinson, who will be electric in the open field to get some nice. I think Atlanta's a good sleeper team this year. I really do. I really, really do. I think you're adding Bijan Robinson, and he's going to hit the league like Barkley hit the league. He's going to be that guy making amazing plays in the pass game, in the run game. I do. I think they're a team worth keeping an eye on in terms of a surprise team. They're my surprise team. Atlanta and the Bears are my two surprise teams to watch out for this year. I think Fields, I thought Bears should have went all in and got Jonathan Taylor and give Jonathan Taylor and Justin Fields in the backfield RPO. I thought that would have been really dynamic. I thought that would have been awesome. All right, let's do this. Let's do a little. You got some time? Are you in a rush to go? Or you got a little bit of time?
I got some time.
Let's do a full NFL preview.
Okay.
Let's do the NFC. Give me your. You want me to go first?
Sure.
You want to go first? I'll do I'll do my 4 division winners in the NFC.
Okay.
We'll do division winners, wild cards, and then we'll go over some other predictions. I'm going to take Philly in the East. I'm going to take the 49ers in the West. I'll take Detroit in the North. And I'm going to take Atlanta in the South. That's how big I am on Atlanta having a really, really huge offensive explosion this year. I know people like the Saints. And I'll do my 3 wild cards. I'll take the Saints, the Seahawks, and the Cowboys. No particular order. Just 4 division winners and 3 wild cards. So give me your NFC.
Okay. In the NFC, I'll take the Eagles to win the NFC East. I will take the Vikings to win the NFC North.
Okay.
I will take the Saints to win the NFC South. And the 49ers will win the NFC West.
Okay.
I think how many playoff teams? There's 2. I thought there were 3
wild cards.
3 wild cards. I think that the Cowboys will get a wild card spot. Detroit's going to get a wild card spot. And the Giants will get a wild card spot.
No Seahawks, huh? You think they fall back?
It was between the Seahawks and the Giants.
Okay.
Like, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Seahawks beat out the Giants at all.
Okay.
The Seahawks are very good.
All right. I like it.
Yeah. The Seahawks would be the best team to not make the playoffs in the NFC.
Who you got coming out of the NFC representing in the Super Bowl?
The Eagles.
I'm going to take the Niners.
Hmm.
I'm going to take the Niners, led by Sam Darnold with a midseason quarterback change from Purdy.
Wow. I'll be rooting for – if Sam Darnold takes over, I'm going to root hard for him.
I think Sam will be perfect for Shanahan's system. I really do.
Like, fuck that. Why should we – like, I know people are like, oh, like, you don't want to see – you know what? We've moved on and everything. We screwed the kids. If he ends up being really good and going to the Super Bowl,
yeah,
we were the problem, you know, and it's good for the kid because he didn't deserve to have, you know.
I think Sam was the right player at the wrong time. And I think the structure and design here wasn't set for him to succeed. And I think he's got good natural talent. He needs the right coaching around him. There's too many offensive coordinator changes. The talent wasn't right. And I think Sam can be a nice player with the right coaching. And I believe Shanahan is the new quarterback whisperer next to Andy Reid. And whoever they coach does well. Mm-hmm. So I'll take the Niners. Let's do the AFC. I'm going to take the Chiefs, the Jaguars, the Bengals, and the Jets to win the divisions.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Chargers, the Ravens, and the Bills as wild cards.
Okay. AFC East, I got The Jets winning the division. In the AFC North, I got the Ravens winning the division.
Okay.
In the AFC South, I got the Jaguars winning the division. In the AFC West, it'll be Kansas City. The wild cards will be the Chargers, the Bengals, and the Bills.
All right. Who do you have coming out of the AFC?
Oof. Oof. I didn't think about that one. I think it's going to be the Jets.
I agree.
I think we're going to make the Super Bowl.
I agree. If we are healthy, I agree. Here's the big thing. Beat the Chiefs. Get the tiebreaker against the Chiefs, where we wouldn't have to go there in the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beat the Chiefs if we're tied with them at the end of the year.
I'm
going to surprise you here. I think the number 1 seed in the AFC will be the Jacksonville Jaguars. They don't play our division. They don't play the AFC West. I think the Jaguars, while other teams are beating each other up, can end up with the number 1 seed. And if the Bengals are 2 and the Jets are 3, maybe the Chiefs are 4, that means the Chiefs would have to come to us and if there was a 3-4 matchup, right? I'm not scared to go to Cincy. I'm not scared to go to Jacksonville. I'd be okay being behind those teams.
What's cool is that we match up well against Kansas City in the sense of if the only way how does Kansas City lose? What's the only way they lose? The only way they lose offensively is if you pressure the shit out of Mahomes. We're like Tampa Bay was. We're built to pressure the shit out of Mahomes. Then what's the other thing? How do you score points off of them? They're well coached, their defense. They're not filled with studs. They're just a very well coached defense. Well, who could break down a very well coached defense that's very smart and well coached? Aaron Rodgers, that's who. So I think the matchup with the Chiefs favors us.
I agree. Give me your NFL MVP.
The NFL MVP. Trevor Lawrence. What?
That's my pick. I had a $5 free bet, and I parlayed it with Arthur Smith as Coach of the Year, Trevor Lawrence as MVP, and Aiden Hutchinson as Defensive Player of the Year. And it's a $5 bet to win $50,060. So
wow,
I got a root there. All right, if I got to take somebody else, I'll go with Jalen Hurts. I like Lawrence, but I'll take her. I think Lawrence with Ridley and Kirk now being a number 2 is going to be lethal. Yeah. I just think they're going to roll.
I think Trevor Lawrence only because if the freaking Jaguars go 14-3, which they might, and it's going to be like people are going to say that's freaking Trevor Lawrence, It's just like he's going to get a lot of cred for that. So
yeah,
to do it in Jacksonville,
I like him. I like
him. Yeah.
Give me your Defensive Player of the Year.
Defensive Player of the Year, Sauce Gardner.
Okay. I like the team. I'm going Quinnen.
Yeah.
I
mean, that's my other guess. It's going to be Quinnen or Sauce.
Yeah.
Sauce. I just think that after what Sauce did last year, there's a chance that he's going to do what no one's ever done before this year.
Okay.
Like he might.
I'm not mad at it. I love it.
He might literally set records.
He's you saw Chris Jones, who was a defensive tackle, win it last year.
Yeah.
I think with the pass rush that we have and now the guys developing on the edge, Quinnen will see more single blocks than he has. You know, when he was a rookie second year, he got doubled a lot. He got neutralized. And I just think he's on a different level now. And you saw it against Tampa Bay and Carolina with the joint practices. He's unblockable one-on-one. And if you got JJ and Huff and McDonald and Lawson coming off the edge, you got to worry about chipping them. And then they get upfield, they're going to step up into the pocket. He might get 5-6 step-up sacks, you know, where the quarterbacks step up in the pocket to avoid the guys beating them on the outside, and he's there waiting for it. I think
Quinnen Williams is better than Chris Jones.
I'm going to say, and don't forget, Kansas City's up a lot. A lot of those sacks are late in the games when they're up 17, they're up 20 points, and you know they got to throw. I'm going to go Quinnen with 17.5 sacks this year because I think he'll get more than one a game. So I'll go 17.5. You very well, and don't forget, we're on national television a lot. So the voters are going to get to see Quinnen be Quinnen, and he goes out and throws a 3-sack game up against Mahomes or Hurts or Allen or Herbert in one of these primetime games. The hype is going to be real, right?
Yeah, and he's a different player this year. Like as good as he was last year. Yeah, he's looking like he's ready to explode. This is going to be his real breakout year, where he's going to break out as like everybody in the NFL is going to know his name.
I'm with you. You know, you go out and you have a 2.5 sack game against Josh Allen in week 1 on Monday Night Football. You put yourself from week 1 in the discussion for Defensive Player of the Year because everybody wants to get ahead of the curve, right? Everybody wants to talk about it right away. If I'm not picking a Jet, I like Aiden Hutchinson. If Aiden Hutchinson plays the way he did those last 6-7 games at the end of last year, where he's getting interceptions and sacks and forcing fumbles, you know, on a first-place team, which I think they should be, you'll give it.
Yeah.
Breakout Player of the Year. I'll go first with Breakout Player of the Year. I mean, it's easy to take Bijan Robinson, so I'm not going to take him. I'm going to take Zay Flowers, the receiver from Baltimore. I think they're going to feed him the ball. I think he's great in space. And I think with the passing design system that they're going to have now in Baltimore, get the ball out, let your receivers be your receivers. You got Beckham, you got Flowers, you got Andrews at tight end. You got some decent weapons down there. Now, just get the ball out of Lamar's hands quick. Let these guys create. No reason for Lamar to hold the ball too much. What are you doing, scratch and sniff?
He throws it a comment. He's throwing a comment.
I don't know if I can say Reggie White because Reggie White was more outside. But, I mean, I'm going to say it.
Just in his dominance.
Yes, his raw power. I'm going to say it. And people might think I'm out of my goddamn mind. He reminds me of what Aaron Donald was right as Aaron Donald hit his prime. And to get 18, 20 sacks from the interior, like Donald was doing multiple years in a row, I think Quinnen is entering that phase of his career where he is going to be getting more than a sack a game. You could be looking at a guy who's getting 17 to 20 sacks for the next 2-3 years, especially with the complementary pieces that he has around him. That's key. I mean, we got Jermaine Johnson, who obviously looks like Lawrence Taylor. We got Quinnen, who looks like Aaron Donald. We got Will McDonald, who looks like Von Miller. I mean, it's obvious we're building the greatest defensive line of all time, right?
You know who my breakout player of the year is?
Jermaine?
No, he's my number 2. I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to get 10 sacks, but which is amazing, right? If he gets 10 freaking sacks on that defensive line as a second-year guy, and that's not including what Carl Lawson, JFM, freaking Will McDonald and everybody else does. But I think it's going to be. This is a surprise.
Let me guess. Daniel Jones.
No.
Go ahead.
It's a shocker, and no one's going to agree with it. Jalen Wyatt. Hyatt.
Oh, Hyatt.
Jalen Hyatt, the wide receiver for the Giants. I don't think anybody sees this kid coming. I don't think anybody sees him coming. I'm buying into the hype. In preseason, like nobody could stay with him.
What if he just hits the league like Randy Moss, right? Randy Moss was just that deep threat who can run by you, and Dante Culpepper and Randall Cunningham were just able to throw the ball forever, and he would get there.
If Jones can reach him and be accurate to him, he's gonna. I see him getting a lot of bomb touchdowns. He's freaking fast as shit. He's really fast, man. And then I think he's gonna be good going slants too across the middle. I think he's gonna surprise people and be really, really good.
Okay, that's nice. A little dark horse.
Good old
Rusty. I say minimum sacks for us. I think 68. I think we average 4 sacks a game.
That'd be crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get 70. I think JJ and Quinnen are both over 12 sacks. All right. I'll do Quinnen at 18. I'll do JJ at 12. That's 30 right there. I'll do Huff at 8. I'll do McDonald at 6. That's 44. I'll do JFM at 6. That's 50. I'll do Solomon Thomas at 2. I'll do Jefferson at 4. I'll do Clemens at 2. I'll do Lawson at 8. That's right around 68, right? That's close. Woods with 1. And then I didn't even get to the linebackers yet. Quincy will get 1. CJ will get 1. I think we can push 70. I don't think that's crazy, Rusty. I really, really don't. I think this team is that talented. I think it ties in with what I've been saying. Late in the game, having leads, teams have to take chances, and that's where you go from a 1 interception game on defense to 3, because maybe they got to force some things in the fourth quarter, and you're able to capitalize on it. I think we should get 20 interceptions as a team this year. That would be great. If we get 17 and we average 1 a game, it would be one of our better seasons that we've had. I'll say 20. We'll have some fumble recoveries. We're hitting the quarterbacks. We're creating pressure. We're aggressive with hitting. Tony Adams on the back end should be a nice player. Peter Schrager had him on one of his top 10 breakout players for this year. He had him at number 9, Tony Adams. This team is going to make plays on both sides of the ball. This team is playoff ready. This team is playoff hungry. This team is playoff capable. Every day when I wake up, I say a prayer. And part of my prayer is
someone to listen.
I say a prayer. I thank God for healing me and keeping me alive and helping me make better decisions and to stop drinking. And I say, if you have time, please, Lord, keep the New York Jets healthy.
I was quoting the song. Every day I say a prayer in the hopes someone will listen. Oh, is that how? Every day I say a prayer in the hopes that there's a heaven. Oh, okay, that's it. Show me the way.
What song is this? What song is this?
Well, guys, who is it? Is it Guns N' Roses? Every day I say a prayer in the hopes that there's a heaven. Show me the way. Oh, that's Styx, Mr. Okay. Kilroy.
I'm not a Styx guy.
Okay.
I'm not a Styx guy, even though it's referenced heavily in Big Daddy.
Yes. And anybody who doesn't like the Styx is a cynical asshole.
There you go. Anybody who doesn't like the Styx So, all right, brother. What do you got in closing? I got to get my feet up for a little bit. I've been sitting too long, and I got to do the IOW show at 4. I got to eat something too.
So you want me to share my final thoughts?
On the Jets.
I think that it's going to be a
For
great
week
year.
1. Give me your week 1 summary. Go ahead, close it up.
I think that we're very healthy, and that's very bad news for the Buffalo Bills. I think that we are going to create a lot of havoc for Josh Allen. He's already not enjoyed our defense, and I think we've taken it up a notch, and it's going to be even harder for him. I think we're going to slow him down enough. I don't think there's much more to Buffalo's offense once you do that. I'm not afraid of their running game. And we matched up well against them last year. And now this year we come in with Aaron Rodgers. And I think you're going to see us beat them 31-10. A nice convincing win. And it's going to kick off one of the greatest years of our lives as Jet fans.
I agree. I mean, I went on a big rant earlier on, and I'll just say this. Jets fans, bring the goddamn energy. Don't be the old curmudgeon who sits there waiting for something to happen. Be proactive. Be loud when they have the ball. Make it deafening. I'll be watching on TV, wishing that I was there. I'll probably have tears in my eyes throughout the night when I hear the crowd, wishing I was a part of it. You saw me last year. I'm one of the loud ones who tries to get it going and start the defense chants. Make us proud. Jets fans, show the entire fucking country how awesome we are. Bring the chaos.
Bring the
chaos, Jets fans.
Bring the chaos.
If something crazy happens and we're down 3 or 6, don't give up. Get louder because they need you more, right? That ball gets out there for us, better be able to hear a pin drop. Buffalo travels well. They tried making some noise last year. Shut them up. Have a great time. Support this team with everything you got. If you're going to the game, get the fuck in the game early.
We're 1 week away.
Welcome Aaron Rodgers. Show the newcomers that are new to this team the energy. Guys like Cobb, Lazard, Rodgers, they played in Green Bay, and they're known for having a great fan base. Show the world how awesome New York Jets fans are. And as always, be loud, be proud, New York Jets fans.
This is producer JR, and you are watching the Proud New York Jets fan show. Now give it up for my boy Nick.
Rodgers is a Jet.
Let's
go!
This for my special delivery. Spit like this, get my wrist all glittery.
Can't wait.
Get kicked, snakes get slithery. Lean in, show y'all the mean and the chivalry.
Let's make sure we
Rap
play like the
Buddha.
New York Jets.
Right jab like Zab Judah. Every member on my team is a shooter. Tight like a womb, no room for intruders. Spark, twist to the
now,
Philly.
give it
And
up
good
for
humor.
Big
Don't
Sean.
be silly. It's baby. I got it all smothered.
Let's go
Like
eat a
makeup.
damn snack.